welcome. In this video, this is day 2 of board and train with Taco and Penny. I'm over here with Taco. And I'm going to be, again, continuing to advance the basic relationship changing script, as I call it. Specific interactions that change the perception of from dog to human. Now, with Taco, again, Taco coming here for the board and train, what you'll see with Taco is there's a lot of shakiness, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress on Taco. And this always follows a path of emotional connection from the human. Understand when you see dogs that are very stressed, they're shaken, they're anxious. It's the same example I use in terms of parenting with a child that becomes more and more selfish, based again on the parenting style of the parent, how the parent is connecting with the child. And so stress begins to become a problem because again the child can't find comfort the right way through a proper parenting style. You start to again push boundaries, but stress comes on to everybody as a result, child and parent alike. So here with Taco, you'll see Taco here is again coming into the board train, very anxious, very stressed. Inside the crate, expressing a lot of stress. That's where the remote collar, again, was helping to advocate getting Taco to settle down. He's starting to settle down pretty good. And so here in this video, you're going to see me adding on quite a few downs onto the script. So lots of downs really help to take stress off dogs faster. So here, I'm out here to see I'm still using the pressure collar to give me a little bit of leverage here. But again, I'm just going to be doing the one-step method again. And again, I encourage you to go through the videos. I'm doing videos every day. And you'll see change happening every day, okay? In terms of how a dog, the agreeableness of a dog, you'll see Taco's shakiness begin to really dissipate, go away, and as he begins to find comfort the right way, okay? Through relationship, dogs are social animals, how they connect with us as pack animals that way. And so again, it's all about reconciling the role of influence. So you see influence as part of the equation based on these interactions. But again, as it begins to take hold through a dog, again, beginning to change their perceptions through, again, how they come into agreement with these interactions, you'll start to see the dog become more and more agreeable. Stress begins to lift, and the dog starts to become more and more relaxed. So if you're going to start moving with Taco, again, just going to move a step at a time here. Going to put him into, again, I'm going to put lots of downs on him. So again, when I do the down, there's some resistance, just keep pushing, not hard. But when you get them down here, kind of, you want to push a little bit, pull up a little bit too, even as kind of a push and pull from the down position. And even here, when you look at the body language, and this is the thing to look for with a dog, you notice Taco is prone, but what you look for is a stiffness. You can tell from how stiff the body is, just the general type of, not being relaxed. And so what you'll do is, when you're doing the downs, you really want to kind of take your time, because you want to start to get to the point where the dog starts to really let it go, really start to relax, taking that kind of a deep breath out. You'll see that start to happen. And even start to lay on their side a little bit, not rolling over, and that turns into protest, into a level of how the mind's pulling in, but just a letting go, a relaxation. So when you're doing the downs, you want to try to keep going, extend until you start to get that. Now, at first, you're not going to get total relaxation, but that's what you're going for, okay, as you continue to do it. Is just kind of delay a little bit longer, take your time. Right here, I'm just, again, because this is a great picture of, with a dog that's very stressed, very anxious, the shakiness, again, but through leadership, okay, through me being in control. So from here, I'm bring Taco up. And here, what you look for too, is I lift Taco up, you see dogs that how their mind kind of pulls in and they get very stiff. It's almost like they're dragging, like you almost have to pull them up. What you want to do is just take your time, but you'll start to see their legs start to engage, okay, as they kind of lift. They start to push up themselves, and that's always a good sign. And that will start to happen, again, as you start to see, as they start to become more and more agreeable. So again, move Taco forward, step, push, pull, can't do another down. See this, you'll see his tail is wagging here the whole time. This is just a power play, okay? Now see, that's good. You kind of went you'll see here, he kind of went onto his side a little bit. You see the little bit of a difference here. He's kind of going onto his side, he's relaxing, even the second movement in here. So I'm just taking my time. Even the second movement, he's getting more relaxed even right here. Okay, so again, that's what you look for, a little bit more relaxation. Because it's all about me being in control. It's a reasonable expectation for me to have him be patient, okay? Because here's the thing, if you go too fast and you're just looking at the position but not really paying attention to, you know, in terms of a state of mind of a dog, the body language coming off of that, then it's not going to be good in the sense that, in terms of creating the change that you want. You want to maximize change, so you want to take your time, especially at first, and just slow it down, okay? Just one step. So the sequence I follow is like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So me not using commands to understand as I'm pushing on Taco, asserting influence, it's how I'm doing it, how he understands the intent of what I'm doing. Understands if I'm pushing too hard, too fast, that not only wouldn't be fair, but then I'm just trying to bully him down, and then the whole issue about him understanding the intent is lost in translation, and then because of how influence is happening, and then you're going to create higher conflict. Okay, how influence is used here is like the tug of war team that collapses. Okay, I'm doing it in such a way in terms of agreeableness so that I want to get in his head deeper. Okay, so even here I bring him up. Same thing, I bring him up. You see his legs are starting to move a little bit here. There's some stiffness there. Same thing, I'm moving forward, one step. A little push pull, and then put him in another down position. Lots of downs this time. Same thing, lots of downs. You see his tail's wag here. So understand, this isn't about making him fearful or stressed. Now there is some transitional stress going the other way as you start to bring him to a follow or roll, because again he's going to be in some way. He's going to fight you a little bit in terms of advocating the proper roles, but it's different. It's the type of stress that goes away. So the main stress load on him is going to be eliminated by way of coming to a follower role, and the transitional stress part of it goes away too, because that's part of the process. Okay. So here again, just want to relax. That's all I want from him is relaxation. I bring him up to a sitting in. Again, take a movement, step forward. Push and pull. So push and pull here helps to drop a couple dominoes in his mind. So just do a push and pull. If I have a choke chain on, I don't want to pull up too hard on that. Just push, pull, and then lean in for the down. And then sometimes you have to push a little bit. It's not meant to be a massage. You just kind of push to affirm what you want, that you want him to stay there. And the same thing. Just take your time. There's no rush. Because this is about relationship, okay? This is about how we're connecting at this level. Because this is like a de-stressing exercise for Taco at this level. This helps the crate, and relax in the crate, because he lines it up. Okay, connects the dots to the crate, to me, to this interaction, these interactions, everything connects. So same thing, just take my time. I want him to relax. I want him to kind of take a breath, and then I'm going to bring him up here again in a second. His legs are moving. Same thing, take a step forward, slow him down. If he goes down like that, that's fine, on his own, but still make sure you push and pull. Again, another down. Down there. Again, so when I push on him, I'm locking my shoulder blades in, I'm locking my shoulder in, and I'm kind of leaning on him, because if you start to push physically, it becomes personal. Okay, this is all about technique. It's not about winning that way or getting personal. Here's the thing. If you're doing that, the dog is really resisting the down, and they're not buckling, they're not accepting, they're not being agreeable to it, don't keep pushing. Okay? This is why generally, when I'm doing the method, I'm not even adding the down on for a day or so into it. And then when I do it, it's not about the position itself, it's about the interaction, about what the down represents by way of influence. So when you're doing it, understand if the dog doesn't accept it, don't keep pushing and engage in a war with the dog. You can release, and that doesn't mean the dog's winning. The main thing is the dog starts to feel it coming, okay? So after 3 or 4 steps, you do it again, and then you do it again, but again, the dog will be more agreeable anyway to it as you go along. So don't get caught up in I have to, like, it's an ego exercise. It's not about that. Okay, it's just about the dog starting to feel that. Because downs are very helpful, especially with the dog holding a lot of stress. Start to pile on the downs. Get around the house, maybe bring up into a sit. Maybe moving forward here, moving to sit. Nice push pull. Again, another down there, see, more agreeable that time. And look at that, right away, kind of roll a little bit to the side, you know, in a relaxation way. So it's just kind of relaxing here a little bit. And this is just about, yeah, this is just about him and I connecting at this level. This is about me being in control the right way. And, you know, and him coming into a follower role. And same thing here, I'm still connected to the leash, so if he invests down here, starts to, you know, I can either push him a little bit just to help to flatten him out a little bit, not too hard, but a little bit, or I can nudge the leash just a little bit, but not communicate for him to come up. Okay, just enough to kind of intercept how he's invested. So just keep it, I want to kind of be vigilant. But I just want him to relax. Okay, same thing, bring him up to a sit, comes up, same thing, move forward. These little tails wagging here, this is just about control. Again, back into it down, a lot more agreeable that time. Immediately roll, kind of moved over to his side. So this represents he's relaxing more and more during these interactions. Because I'm doing the same thing each time. Okay, I'm not erratic. Because here's the thing, if you start moving around and it's all erratic, you're engaging in you're bringing conflict. Okay, here, this is about me, just see, just how I tapped that leash. He thought I wanted him to come up, I didn't. And so just to communicate to him what I want, just put him back into the down. Because here's the thing, I'm doing the exact same thing. Even if I do something like that, he begins to figure it out because my emotions are the same, are going to be the same every day. You know, it's like language. There's clear language. The dog figures it out very quickly because it's the same. If you watch all my board trainings, like for years, it's the same language. I'm moving the leash certain ways all the time, and it's like decoding. The dog very quickly decodes it very fast because they understand. And then therefore, you know, you talk about the intent of what you're doing, it's all about packaging. So I'll use start to use verbal commands once the dog starts to perceive me the right way, and then my verbal language takes on different meaning. So everything's about a sequence. The same thing now, I'll bring him up into a sit. Move forward with him here. Just taking my time. Another push-pull. So push-pull first, your hand's already there. Continue to push. Affirm the down. If you get a dog into a down and you feel like they're going to pop up very fast, just push a couple more times just to help to reinforce the fact you want them to stay in the down. Same thing, this is just a relaxation exercise. You know, I'm not looking at this position the way that a lot of people would say, of just appearance is saying it looks pretty. Okay, that's not what you're doing. Okay, you're tying this into his state of mind, but you're tying it in such a way that you know exactly through how he's responding by way of his interactions, what it's doing with changing his perception. And therefore reconciling his certain reactions as well, that ties it in as to what it's doing. This is why it's interaction based. It's not about the position. I'm looking at position and result differently. Same thing, up to a sit. Otherwise, you know, I could have both dogs, you know, I could have within 2 hours, I could have them staying over here for a treat in a sit position. I could make this look fantastic just at an appearance-based level, and it's not fantastic at all because underneath of all of it, the perceptions aren't changing. You understand, this is about depth. The same thing, put them into a sit, little push-pull, and put them into another down here. So this is about his perception changing the right way, truly taking stress off of your dog. Again, just want relaxation. It's about me again, leadership, control. Back up into a sit. Come forward again. Little push-pull, again, another, when you do the push-pull, it drops a couple dominoes back into the down. We're just hanging out. Because after a couple of days of doing this, I'm in day 2 now, and we're going to start to hit the street. Okay, you'll see me out in the street walk here a little bit, but this is within this facility. This is just about, kind of low distraction, one-on-one, getting more and more agreeableness before we start to introduce more distractions, kind of increase expectations. Same thing, push-pull. Like I said, you'll see, if you pay attention, you'll see his tail wag, and that's all. It's just about control, about relationship. Same thing, sniffing around a little bit, see me tap the leash a little bit, just at the right time, just to nudge him out of that. I just want him just to relax. I don't want any investment at all. I just want calmness, which is what he's doing. He's getting calmer and calmer the whole time. Back up into the sit. Same thing, move forward. Do one more here. Yeah, see him roll over pretty quickly to the side a little bit. Start to become more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. And again, bring him back up into the sit. See his legs really engaged there really well. So same thing. This is about, changing his perceptions the right way so I can take stress off of him, okay? So, you saw there in the video lots of downs, okay? But just taking my time, getting him to release, to relax. And you see, if you pay attention, each time he went into a down, he released more, okay? He's got a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more relaxed. If you watch the first thing, it's kind of stiff, and then he starts rolling on his side just a little bit, ever so slightly, because he's just starting to let it go. Okay, saying, okay, Dale's in control. I don't have to be stressed. I can relax. He's got this, and that's what it really represents. So, but once you have a dog that's already gained level of control, then you have to enter by way of leadership and exit by way of leadership. Versus emotion, right? Just think about it. Emotion first, people want to enter emotion first, exit emotion. Bad, okay? And then once you get a relationship problem, it's got to be leadership and exit leadership, which represents, if you want to pet on a dog, I'll show you here. If I want to touch Taco, okay, I make contact, because people, of course, they want to be able to think they want to pet their dog. See, he's in the down right now. I put him there, really assert, really good. Then touch. Say touch, but then push again. See that? So it's like, inner leadership, exit leadership, because we're in process. Because see how he's on the edge? Because I'm just showing you, I typically wouldn't do that.